So today's topic is vascular supply of thoracic wall. As we know that the thoracic wall is supplied by three main arteries: thoracic aorta through the posterior intercostal arteries and the subcostal arteries, subclavian artery, which is again the branch of arch of aorta, and the axillary artery. Inter means between, costal means ribs, that is, these arteries are present between the ribs or in the intercostal spaces. Intercostal spaces are the spaces between the two ribs. So each intercostal space contains a large single posterior intercostal artery and two small anterior intercostal arteries and the anterior and posterior intercostal veins. As we know that the internal thoracic artery is the branch of first part of subclavian artery. It descends vertically on the pleura behind the costal cartilage, a finger breadth lateral to the sternum and end in the sixth intercostal space by dividing into superior epigastric and musculophrenic arteries. Branches of the internal thoracic arteries are two anterior intercostal arteries for each upper six costal spaces, perforating arteries, pericardiophrenac artery, mediastinal arteries, and the two terminating branches, that is superior epigastric and the musculophrenic. So these are the branches of internal thoracic artery. So these are the branches of right subclavian and the internal thoracic arteries. If we see this is internal thoracic artery giving rise to six anterior intercostal branches for the first 1 to 6 intercostal spaces. If we see this picture, posterior intercostal arteries of the first two spaces, that is the first and second intercostal space, are the branches from the superior intercostal artery, which is the branch of costocervical trunk of the subclavian artery. The posterior intercostal arteries of the lower 9 spaces are the branches of descending thoracic aorta directly. So one posterior intercostal artery supplies each of the upper 11 spaces. First and second arise from the superior intercostal artery, which is the branch of costocervical trunk, and the costocervical trunk is the branch of second part of subclavian artery. The lower 9 arteries and the subcostal artery arise from the descending thoracic aorta. In each space, the posterior intercostal artery and its collateral branches anastomose with the two anterior intercostal arteries. Collateral means which runs with it. So these are the two collateral branches which anastomose with the. If we see this diagram, we can see the branches of the posterior intercostal arteries are the dorsal branches. Dorsal means posterior branches which supply the vertebrae, spinal cord, meninges, and the muscles of the back. Then they give rise to collateral branches near the costal angle. Costal angle is the angle of the rib and anastomose with an anterior intercostal branch, which is the branch of internal thoracic artery in the first 6 spaces, and from 7 to 10th it is supplied by the musculophrenic artery, which is the terminal branch of again internal thoracic artery. Then they give rise to the muscular branches which supply the intercostal muscles, internal intercostal muscle, external and transversus thoracis, etc. Then they give rise to the mammary branches, lateral cutaneous branch which supply the skin of the lateral trunk or the lateral aspect of the thorax, and the branches which supply the parietal pleura. So anterior intercostal arteries, which are the branches of internal thoracic artery, they give rise for the each intercostal space, first to 9, they give rise to two small arteries for each intercostal space. The upper six are directly from the internal memory or internal thoracic artery is the same thing. The lower three means from 7, 8, 9 they are supplied by musculophrenic artery, which is again the branch of the internal thoracic artery. Anterior intercostal arteries of the first six spaces are the branches of internal thoracic artery directly, which arise from the first part of the subclavian artery. The anterior intercostal arteries of the lower spaces from 7 to 9 are supplied by the branches of internal thoracic aorta. वो internal thoracic artery, terminal branch कौन सी है इसकी? musculophrenic artery. Musculophrenic artery is the one of the terminal branch. The other branch is the superior epigastric. Now the veins. The posterior intercostal veins drain backward into the azygous or hemizygous veins on both sides. The first posterior intercostal vein ascend anterior to the neck of the first rib to end into the ipsilateral brachiocephalic vein. On the right side, the second and third vein form a right superior intercostal vein which join the arch of azygous vein. Veins from the 4 to 11th space, intercostal space, drain directly to the azygous vein, and on the left side, the second and third vein form a left superior intercostal vein which again drain into the left brachiocephalic vein, which drain again into the superior vena cava. Veins from the 8th to 9th intercostal space end into the accessory hemizygous vein, and the veins from 9 to 11 end into the hemizygous vein. The posterior intercostal veins are one posterior intercostal vein for each space. First from 1 to 11 intercostal space. On the right side, first posterior intercostal vein drain into the right brachiocephalic vein, second, third and sometimes fourth unite with each other to form a right superior intercostal vein which again drain into the azygous vein. From 5th to 11th and the subcostal vein, that is the 12th, directly drain into the azygous vein, and on the left side, first drain into the left brachiocephalic vein, the second, third and sometimes the fourth posterior intercostal vein join each other to form the left superior intercostal vein which drain into the lateral innominate vein. Sorry. 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th form the superior hemizygous vein which drain again into the azygous vein. 9th, 10th and 11th and the subcostal form inferior hemizygous vein which drain into the azygous vein, and azygous vein drain into the superior vena cava. If we see this diagram, if we see the diagram, again we can see this. So again in this diagram, we can see this. The anterior intercostal veins are 2 for each space. 9, 8 and 7 join the veiny committents of the musculophrenic artery. 6, 5th and 4th join with the veiny committents of the internal thoracic artery. 3rd, 2nd and 1st join directly into the internal thoracic vein, and the internal thoracic vein drain into the brachiocephalic vein. The anterior intercostal veins drain forward into the internal thoracic and the musculophrenic vein. The origin of the azygous vein is variable. It is often formed by the union of right ascending lumbar vein and the right subcostal vein, or it may arise directly from the inferior vena cava. It descends through the aortic opening in the diaphragm on the right side of the aorta to the level of the 5th thoracic vertebrae, that is T5. Here it arches forward above the root of the right lung to empty into the superior vena cava. Its tributaries are the 8 lower right intercostal veins, right superior intercostal veins, superior inferior hemizygous veins and the mediastinal veins. Inferior hemizygous veins is often formed by the union of left ascending lumbar vein and the left subcostal vein. It arises at the level of T8 or the 8th thoracic vertebrae, turns into the right and finally drain into the azygous vein. Its tributaries are lower left intercostal veins from 9 to 11 and the mediastinal veins. The superior hemizygous vein is formed by the union of the 4 to 8 intercostal veins. It joins the zygous vein at the level of T7 or the 7th thoracic vertebrae. We see this is the anterior intercostal vein. Internal thoracic vein runs with the internal thoracic artery and drain into the brachiocephalic vein on each side, both on the left and right side. Thank you.